It's time for the Southern Scene, and we've got you covered. You guessed it. We're at the big event at the Charles Morris Center. It's the Savannah Music Festival kickoff, and we are going to tell you all about it. We're going to talk about donors. We're going to talk about those wonderful musical artists that you're going to see. So get ready. The Southern Scene starts now.
Arts, entertainment, food, fashion, and fun. Now, here's Natalie Hendricks with the Southern Scene.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the Southern Scene. I'm WSAV's Natalie Hendricks. Well, you guessed it, we're at the Charles Morris Center, as I said, for the big event. It is the kickoff of the Savannah Music Festival. Of course, now the festival doesn't officially start and get underway until March 19th, but you can get your tickets now. But a big event right now going on here. It's all about saying thank you to those fabulous donors and telling you what you can expect. So let's get inside the kickoff of the Savannah Music Festival, and I've caught up with the man of the hour, of course, Rob Gibson, who is the executive director, artistic director, right? Did I get that right?
You're right. Yeah. And you're embarrassing me too, but that's okay.
Oh, embarrassing you. No, you know, this is a fabulous event, and you've been looking forward to it.
I'm very excited about the festival every year. It's my favorite time of year. We work harder in those 17 days than we work at any other time in the year, and we have more fun than we have at any other time in the year. So.
You know, last year, celebrating 25 years, you guys did a fabulous job. So many wonderful, wonderful things that you guys put together. But this year, I mean, you have some things up your sleeve. It's a little new.
Well, we're excited this year because we're doing an opera for the first time, and we're doing 2 Puccini operas in the same evening, and it's an original production with the Savannah Voice Festival, so that's exciting. We've got some fantastic singers like Roseanne Cash and Lucinda Williams and Mavis Staples, and we're kind of heavy on female singers, including the opera, so I'm not sure what's up with singers this year. But
well, you know, females just do it better, Rob. Let me ask you this, you know, of course, a lot of people watching out there right now, and maybe they haven't ever enjoyed the Savannah Music Festival. They've gone to no event. I mean, of course, we've got the tourists who come in. You've got a lot of locals who participate, but maybe there's some folks out there. What would you say to them? Because you guys really do have something for everybody.
I would say go online and read about what we do, and look at the videos online at our website and see what you might like. You might not like anything. Hopefully you have some children who are in the schools who are getting free programs that we're producing in the schools. And if you're a tourist, welcome to Savannah. Last year, about 41% of the people who came to the festival and attended were tourists.
Wow.
From about 150 miles away and further. So we're growing that audience, but we certainly want to grow the local audience as well. I mean, Savannah is such a rich community. It's so historic and sophisticated. I mean, I love living in Savannah. We've got a lot of people coming from England and France and Canada and places just to attend the festival now. And one of the things that we focus on here is Southern music and the indigenous Southern styles of music. Because really, when you look at it, most of the original American musical styles came from the Southern United States. And I'm talking about jazz and blues and gospel, and I'm talking about bluegrass and country and western and Zydeco and Cajun, and these are all styles that originated in the South. And I don't, you know, say, yay, we're Southern. I just say, we're from the South. This is where that music came, and it's still being played and performed here, and we got some of the best musicians in the world that live here, so we're going to put them on display.
What about the donors and the people who really give of their time to really help the Savannah Music Festival?
We couldn't do this festival without donors. We earn about 43% of the money at the box office, and we raise the other 57%. And our donors, and they're individuals in this community who are just valiant and heroic in supporting us. The corporations in this community have bellied up to the bar and said, we want to support you. And there are just so many fantastic people in this community who understand what the arts mean for a city and want to put their money on the line to keep it here.
And what a great thing you guys are doing, also reaching out to the kids in our area as well with your education programs.
Unless you build the next generation of patrons and scholars for the arts, you're not going to have them around when you look up in 20 years. So we're teaching kids now K through 2. We've got some middle school and high school programs that we're working on. And I meet kids now, I've been here 12 years, I meet kids on the street who come up to me, they're 23 years old, and they say, I used to come to your concerts when I was 11. And I say, well, now you can come back and buy a ticket this time.
The kickoff every year is always wonderful. There's plenty of food, plenty of drink, and terrific entertainment. And
and that's what it's all about. I mean, Emily, what are you most looking forward to at the event?
Well, the event is always a great time, so I'm most looking forward to hearing about the lineup, hearing the amazing acts that they're bringing in, and some of the local talent that they're bringing in as well.
Well, we're basically a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday venue for concerts. Sometimes one concert, sometimes two sets by the same, or two concerts by the same artist. And we really, honestly, do love working with the Savannah Music Festival for a number of reasons. The variety of the music that they present is really just all across the board. We kind of have an interest in Americana and world music, and the choices every year are really, really good, very strong, very imaginative. In addition to that, the festival as an organization is incredibly well organized, especially for an organization that uses so many volunteers. Very well organized, very friendly, very efficient. And they also, one thing that's always impressed me about the festival is that they show a lot of respect to the artist, which is not always the case. So we're just very, very happy to to continue our relationship with them.
One of the things that we're proudest of, or I am personally proudest of, and I know the board is the educational program. We are kicking off a program with Carnegie Hall this year. We're going to bring music and the joy of music to thousands of young children in grades 1 through 3 over the next 3 years. So this is really a special kickoff for us.
Of course, we're at the big event, as you know, and I've caught up with Ryan McMakin. Of course, now you guys have been working hard getting ready for this event.
We sure have. I mean, tonight's the beginning, it's the kickoff of the season for 2015. We're coming off of a big 25th anniversary season, so we're really excited. We've added even more concerts than we had last year, and we have an opera premiere or debut in the festival this year. A lot of exciting shows coming.
But each year, I mean, I know you're coming off of an anniversary year, the big 25, but each year gets better and better.
It's true. We've been able to expand because the demand is there. I mean, there are a lot of music lovers in Savannah, and obviously springtime is a great time for people to come down and visit and see some great music. So, I mean, we're going up to more than 100 concerts this year.
Ryan, what does it take to bring this all together? I mean, you guys work year-round.
We do work year-round, and certainly the programming, Rob Gibson, as the Executive and Artistic Director, is working on programming now for 2016 and 17 even. So it's sort of a cycle. It's not like we start and finish it all. There's always something going on in our office.
And you've got a good team behind you as well.
We have a wonderful team that's been in place for a good while now, and 10 people who work real hard.
It's hard to believe that 10 people kind of pull this all together, though.
Yeah, I mean, and this event is our main initiative, but we also do year-round educational programming, and so yeah, we're staying busy.
You know, it has to mean a lot to you guys. I mean, I recently read some, you guys have received a lot of accolades, that our music festival definitely is really, really kind of coming out on top of things. I mean, you've got one over in Charleston, as well, but, you guys have, here in Savannah, I mean, we're getting definitely recognized.
There's no doubt about it. I mean, we have critics coming in town from New York, from London, from Toronto to not only experience Savannah, but catch some music while they're here. So, no, we certainly are getting some notoriety for the city and bringing some tourists in at the same time.
What's going to set this year apart? I mean, can you give us a little sneak peek of what we can expect?
Certainly. Every year is different, and we will be adding some pop shows closer to the festival, say late January. This year, I think I mentioned opera is debuting at the festival with the collaboration with the Savannah Voice Festival and the Savannah Philharmonic. So this will be the first year we're working with both of those organizations. The Philharmonic also is in another concert with many of our chamber music players on opening weekend. But I mean, a lot of great shows: Lucinda Williams, Roseanne Cash, the Dirty Dozen Brass Band and Irma Thomas, the Wood Brothers and AJ Gent, who is playing tonight at this announcement. So we're excited. It's going to be a fun year.
Why is tonight so important? This particular event. Why is this event so important?
Look, it's kind of the unveiling of the season. It's a chance for us to not only get with the people who support us and the organizations who support us, but it's a free concert for the public too. So we kind of just have a big mingling of everybody who's really into this event and kick it off.
Okay, so a lot of people sitting at home right now and they're thinking, you know what, music, I'm there. What do I need to do? How do I get tickets?
SavannahMusicFestival.org. I would suggest too, we're adding a bunch of ticket deals this year. So for the locals, if you look at our ticket deals page, you'll see some bundles and discounts here and there that you can apply. So I would suggest online, but you can also call 912-525-5050.
And word has it, not all the announcements will be made tonight.
No, that's true. So late January, we'll announce some more concerts, but this is 82 concerts during the festival. It's the bulk of it.
Okay, well, Ryan, I'm going to let you get back inside. I know it's going to be a fabulous event tonight. A big thank you to all the donors out there. And you know what? Congratulations. We're looking forward to the Savannah Music Festival this year on the Southern Scene.
Thanks so much, and thanks for coming.
It's being done two places in the United States: New York City, thus Carnegie Hall, and here. And it's so important because in budget cuts, generally those things like music get cut back first. I'm not saying that's a good thing, but it just happens. And we have decided that we're going to put our effort and our treasure behind bringing music, good music, to the kids in this area. And the beauty of the Carnegie Hall exercise is that it brings the music of the local communities into the schools. So it's not music that is developed elsewhere from this area. It is this area.
And to me, music is just so essential to a community. I mean, it's like the breath of it. It breathes for the community. And I just can't tell you how much that the music festival has meant to me, and I feel the same way for everybody else in the community, plus the people that come in for it, because it has grown into something that I know the first year that it was impossible for us to imagine what could be accomplished and what has been accomplished.
From a cultural perspective, the music is just amazing. I mean, if you come, I would tell you to throw a dart at the program and just go to whatever you hit, because you'll hear something absolutely amazing. The first time I came was several years ago, and I was so blown away. I just could not believe the variety of music. So that's the first thing. The second thing is it's wonderful for the city. Besides the cultural, it brings in a lot of people, a lot of revenue. It's great for hospitality. All the restaurants and bars on River Street do very well.
Of course, we're still here at the big event, the Savannah Music Festival kickoff, where we appreciate all those donors out here. And joining me right now, I've caught up with the education director with the Savannah Music Festival, Jenny Woodruff. Hi, Jenny. How are you?
Hi, I'm well. How are you?
Thanks for talking with us here on the Southern Scene. You guys have a great event going on tonight.
We do. We're very excited. We love to show our donors and the community how much we appreciate them with the big announcement event.
Well, you know, we were talking about some of the fabulous music that we can look forward to when the Savannah Music Festival begins and that type of thing. This year's definitely going to be a little different.
It is, yeah. We have an opera that I'm sure our executive director will talk to you about, but we also have new programs all year round, and starting in December, we have a week of concerts for K through 2 kids, almost 9,500 kids across the community. This program's called Musical Explorers, and all these kids are going to learn about Southern indigenous musical traditions with local artists at the Lucas Theater.
You know, and this is so wonderful because when you think of the Savannah Music Festival, that's what you think it's about is just the music. But you guys go far past that, reaching out to young people and really concentrating in the educational area as well.
We do, that's right. We give teacher trainings to over 200 teachers, and then the teachers take back what they have learned from those trainings and put it into the classroom. So it's really not just the concerts, but it's all year round that kids are learning about music.
Now, this is something new for the Savannah Music Festival, and is it something that's normally done at a lot of the surrounding festivals, or is this something that's new across the country?
It's new across the country, and it's unlike anything in the community and actually in the state and the region. We're the first organization to partner with Carnegie Hall's Wild Music Institute.
Wow.
Yeah, we're really excited about that. We're the pilot partner for this program, and we're really the model for what other organizations are going to be doing moving forward in a partnership with Carnegie Hall.
You know, Jenny, why is this so important to reach out to our young people, not only to put on a fabulous festival each and every year, but really reach out to the younger generation?
Well, you know, I mean, so many kids, they go through school and they go through life just not knowing about the great music that's out there in our community, the great artists that we have here, like Huxley Scott, Rebecca Flaherty, an opera singer who's also going to be in our March Festival, Eric Culberson, Kim Pelote, the McIntosh County Shouters, Jimmy Walling Band. These are all treasures in our community, and it's so important for us that kids know what's there and know that they're a part of a musical community.
And if you've gone out and about in some of the surrounding schools, I'm amazed at the talent that we have with young people.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is starting at an early age. I mean, you know, when you have a bunch of 5, 6, and 7-year-olds singing ring shouts that have been around since, you know, the 17th century, it's really amazing to see that.
Well, you guys are doing a fabulous job. I'm going to let you get back inside. Thank you so much for talking with us about the educational programs with the Savannah Music Festival.
You're welcome. Thank you.
You know, when it comes to supporting local music and festivals, it's not just about attending big concerts and showing support to artists that have already made it. It's about supporting the small independent artists as well. And there's a place you can do that right here in Savannah.
I started a recording label in Chicago in 2002 or so, and ended up moving down here in 2011. And when I got here, I realized that there were no record stores for some odd reason. I have no idea why. So I needed to find a warehouse space for the recording label because I had so much vinyl. So I basically just rented this spot and unlocked the front door, and a record store was born. When I first moved here, it was like there was a hardcore punk scene, a metal scene, and then like tons of Americana, bluegrass, country, whatever that. So nothing that I'm familiar with, basically. Nothing that I've ever listened to or released or, yeah. So it was very odd because I just pretty much listened to experimental, weirdo, indie stuff. I mean, the label was basically just started out of paranoia. I didn't trust anyone to put out the stuff that I was writing because I'm kooky. So, and I'm aware that I'm kooky. So it was just really a necessity. I wanted people to hear what I was doing, so I created the means. And then throughout the years, it took many, many years actually, like 5, 6, 7 years of doing it full time to where I stopped viewing it as a hobby label and actually turned it into a real thing where I quit all my other jobs and just did that. So I did that for, I guess, like 4 or 5 years before I ended up moving down here. I just focused on the label itself. So we've been open for 3 years now, as of last month, and about a year ago it dawned on me that Savannah's laws are real fickle about alcohol and kids being around and venues for live music. And so it was just, oh, there actually is no place outside of house shows, house venues. There's no legal place, meaning a place that pays taxes and is like a legitimate business, that you can be of any age and watch live music all day. So over the past year, we've tried to turn this into an outlet for kids, really. The label that I run, we do a lot of interesting packaging design, like pop-up books and I don't know, just a whole bunch of interesting packaging concepts that then tie into like really gorgeous sometimes hand-poured vinyl. So like there will be a friend of mine who stands above the machine and he chooses the colors based on conversations and concepts that we have together, and like he's hand-pouring all the PVC pellets, and it's just like it's just very personal. Well, like most 55 plus people that walk in the door, like just assume that it's garage sale style. It's like we've just acquired all this at a garage sale. Like actually, this is kind of a unique record store because you can get records anywhere now. Goodwill's, any mom and pop antique store. I've really actually tried to curate this, and you know, I want sealed records, I want new stuff, I want just something that's different. I mean, we have what we need to have. We'll have your Beatles, we'll have your Floyd, we'll have the things that you need to buy. Like, if you're starting a record collection, you want to own those things. You have to own those things. But, you know, I don't really want garage sale records. I don't want dirty records. So it's kind of an odd model, especially in a town where there really aren't a ton of record stores. You can browse records and hang out with your friends, and like that's the concept, is just to be here. So we do classes in here, we do movie nights, all sorts of stuff. So it's not just live music, but yeah, I'd like this to be a hangout place. It's just, Savannah's kind of a tough city for that, I think. You know, it's tricking people into thinking that's a good idea to spend the next 3 hours in a record store, and that it's going to sound good, and it's going to look cool, and there will be people there, so you're not completely alone. Because that's also awkward to go to a show and you're like one of 8 people or something. So, you know, it's a process, and certainly 2014 has been all about building that. I have a lot of things up my sleeve for 2015.
And as always, keep your eyes open. Our Southern Scene cameras are always out and about, and you never know when you might be seen on the Southern Scene. See you next time.